Hello and welcome to another episode of Why Did I Ask For. As always, I'm your host, Dan. With me is Patrick
I am a Pokemon master.
and Tip.
I won an award at work.
Apparently, Tip won an award. I'm pretty sure it came out of a beer case, but go on.
No. So we had this annual training, safety training at work, and part of it entitled a sort of team versus team. They split us up into 4 teams, question and answer series to see if we knew how to work safely. And due to
You won an
my...
award for working safely?
I won an award for knowing answers about working safely.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
And due to my lack of real
Safety.
of stuff really going on at work, I've read that safety manual like 8 times and I know it backwards and forwards, and we won 53-32. So
Nice.
got these little cheap baseball trophies.
That's cool. I mean,
I don't
at
know
least
what-
they're doing something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the participation trophy for life.
That's participation word.
I was at work and it was raining, it was thundering and lightning, and
Of course.
you know,
It's Tuesday.
well, it wasn't today, it was a while ago.
Oh.
So like I was sitting there, and I didn't have a window in my office. I've since moved to an office with a window.
They didn't let you have the light
Or-
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mind.
So I was sitting there and I could hear the thunder, and we lost power for like a second. I was like, oh, well, of course now's the time I need to go to the bathroom. Like I needed to take a massive dump.
As you do.
So I waited for the rain to subside because we didn't have plumbing at the warehouse. So I had to walk across the road to the porta potty while they were building the employee break room. So I waited for the rain to stop and went to the porta potty, did my business. And I was walking back, and I see 2 maintenance guys walking from the storm shelter. And they look at me, they go, "That's not a fucking storm shelter!" And I was like,
Porter John.
I was like, what are you guys talking about, storm shelter? And they told me that they made everyone go to the storm shelter because there was a tornado. And I was like, oh, no one told me.
There's a beautiful image in my mind of them screaming, "Get to the storm shelter!" And then they see Tip going to the Porter John.
Get to the chopper. You know, that's the second week in a row that you've told the story about the porta potties outside your work.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because the rest all got knocked over.
I imagine that if Tip were Doctor Who, that would be his,
TARDIS?
yeah.
Would we call it a TARDIS?
Oh, Dan, did you hear this?
I heard.
I'm so proud.
That was awful.
so proud.
So, as many of you can see, I'm in a particularly playful mood.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Really? Because I don't.
I was gonna say, while you were in the Porter John, did you happen to find any Pokemon?
No. I ran out of Pokeballs the first day, so I stopped playing because I refused to pay money for them.
You don't have to pay money. You go to a Pokestop, you spin the thing in the center with your finger, and a whole bunch of shit pops up, and like Pokeballs and shit. You don't have to talk to people. Nothing.
I told you. See, that's what we do.
Oh, but then I have to go to the Poke Center.
There's usually not one that far. Like for me, it's the closest park to my house. I'm
Yeah.
surprised there's not one at your work. It's a big area.
Let's see. Well, I don't play at work.
I'm not saying to like do it during work hours. Wait till you're done and then walk onto the field. And I can't help but feel that this is copyrighted music playing in the background.
Son of a... There's a Squirtle near me right now.
Is this square all the way in the
Dan,
background?
you have my permission to go
Is
get it.
that my Poke Center?
No, it'll look like a big tower. Like, here. It'll look like that. Oh, hang on. There we go. See that tower?
Yeah.
That's a Pokestop.
Damn it! Another rat-a-tat-tatty.
But
No,
yeah,
I
look,
didn't know this.
there's a fucking Squirtle. Right now, near me.
Now,
That might even be Wartortle. I'm not sure.
I just realized this, and it is very shocking, actually. But for our listeners and our viewers here, it's true. We are 3 grown men playing Pokemon. But the important thing to remember here is
Hold
that
it.
this is a very amazing... God?
I only caught one of these Pokemon that I have. I have 7. My daughter caught the other 6.
Oh, very
But did you
nice.
guys catch one of these bad boys?
A Firo?
No. I caught a Pidgeotto, though.
That's why I don't have any Pokeballs, because I spent them all on this guy.
What a crazy sensation that game has become. Like I was trying to explain to my wife that this is the beginning of a truly augmented reality experience that is awesome.
That's what I caught on like a walk around the block.
I start with Charmander too.
So did
And-
I.
It was all up to my kid. I'm like, there's a glitch. We can get Pikachu to start with if you want to do that. Or we can start with one of these. She's like, I want Charmander. I'm like, are you sure you don't want Pikachu?
She's like,
I want
no,
Charmander. And I'm like, oh.
I want the
So
one with
they-
fire.
They made another game called Ingress. Egress, I think it's called. And it's more geared towards adults, and it's a sci-fi game that's probably it's about the same, but no one plays it, and they all play Pokemon.
Well, wait a second.
Like-
What's that? Oh, there's Kitty. If our audio listeners,
The-
there's a Kitty now.
The thing that I showed you, Tip, is not a Poke Center.
Oh,
Or
that's
a
what I was.
Pokestop, I mean.
But this is Egress, a picture of Egress,
Cat.
and it's an augmented reality, but more adult oriented.
Sounds like Dan's having a cat.
Oh, that's a
catastrophe.
gym. The thing
Oh,
I
I
showed you is a gym. The Pokestops are like little, they're like little diamonds.
Here, I can show you one right now.
I definitely don't want to go to a gym.
So the church.
Well,
beside my
everybody's been
daughter's
leaving these
school-
really high-ranking Pokemon at these gyms now. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, cat! Seriously.
Okay, look here, Tip. It's very difficult to see from here, but
Yeah,
you see that thing in
little
the distance?
diamond?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
That's a
Mine is
Pokestop.
way far away.
There should be some closer to you.
Sounds like you're going on a road trip through Vermilion City.
No, sounds like I'm just not going to play anymore.
Tip, please. It really is an addictive game. I wouldn't be surprised if you get more Poke Centers as you go. But this is really the first augmented reality thing. I can only imagine that when Google Glass or whatever the successor to Google Glass is coming
Christ.
out, the
I
Whatever it
just
is.
showed you a new one called Egress.
If that was on,
Okay.
if this was on Google Glass, that would be amazing.
well, I'm pretty
Well,
sure
then
that's coming.
then you would see a bunch of people walking around going, ugh, ugh.
That's okay. At least we would know what they're doing. But I mean, the problem
Go.
I have with this thing right now, and it's
catch 'em
especially
all.
difficult when you're walking with a 6-year-old. She wants to stare at the screen, not realizing that it, like your phone will vibrate or make a sound if you have your sound on when there's a Pokemon nearby. So she just stares at the screen, and she's walking. If I wasn't watching her, 3 times she almost walked out into traffic
Oh my gosh.
because she just wasn't paying attention. I was watching her the whole time, but you could see it. She would be walking along and then just start going this way. I'm like, pay attention to what you're doing.
But you know what would
But if it
ease
was
your
on,
mind?
if it was just in your glasses,
You could see what you're doing.
it's amazing.
But you know what would ease your mind is knowing that there's full-grown adults that probably have done the exact same thing.
There are people that have driven their cars into things.
Well, that's because they're fucking stupid. You shouldn't be playing a game that you have to look at your phone while you're driving.
Well, you shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't be playing the game while you're driving. I mean, that kind of goes without say. It's the first screen. They're like, be aware of your surroundings. I finally, I know this is gonna make me sound really dated here, but I finally saw Batman versus Superman, and I am very confused. I'm very confused.
Well,
Because-
what they did was called pegging. And since
Okay.
Ben Affleck played Batman, he wasn't really a man. So Superman
Man
did
Bat?
yeah, so Superman took the man's place in pegging.
He says, "Yeah, Man Bat's a completely different character."
Yeah.
Okay, regardless of which comes first, the bat or the man. Okay. Have you both seen the movie yet?
No.
Or
No,
you haven't seen it.
I
You
don't
haven't seen
care
it?
to see it.
Oh, I don't want
Affleck's in it.
to. Okay, I don't want to ruin it. Do you guys care if I ruin it?
No.
Okay, obviously I have a thing with Batman, but the thing is, they're in a big
Patrick has a thing with
thing for Batman. Had big old cataclysmic fight. They're at each other's throats. They're punching, kicking, everything at each other. It's his greatest thing. But then the fight stops on such an abrupt, unimportant, stupid reason. And that just ruined the whole movie for me. So anybody out there that's
Was
listening,
that unimportant, stupid reason because Wonder Woman came out and stopped it?
it wasn't Wonder Woman.
Because that's
It was
very
something-
sexist of you.
No, it was something totally
was-
different.
It was squeaky voiced Spider-Man.
Squeaky voice Spider-Man.
Oh, now I have to know what stopped the fight.
Do you really want to know? Does anybody care?
It doesn't
If I tell you?
spoil it. I'm not
Okay.
gonna fucking see it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, well, here's Patrick's little 10-minute spoiler here, or a 5-minute spoiler. Essentially, what had happened is that they had kidnapped Superman's mother, like Clark Kent's mother, Lex Luthor did. And Batman, finally fighting Superman after all this time, outwitted Superman and was finally going to kill Superman, and it was the greatest thing in the world. And right before he's about to kill him, Superman goes, find him and save her and save Martha. So Batman's there like, wait a minute, did you just say that your mother's name is Martha? And he's like, yes, mine is too. Let's be friends now. After I tried killing you for the last 30 minutes, brutally, let's suddenly be best friends because your mother's name is also Martha. And
Is
then-
it because they have the same name, or is it because it's possibly the same mother?
No,
Because that would
they're
fuck with
two different-
everything.
No, because Batman's
Would,
mother,
and that's what I would have written into it.
Batman's mother is already dead. Spoiler. And
So is Superman's, really.
well, not in this one because Clark Kent's mother.
No,
Well,
no,
yeah,
no.
technically.
No.
It's talking about her Krypton mother.
His mother, dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Krypton.
Father?
Everybody on Krypton,
Dead.
Dead.
I'm talking about his Earth mother.
His Earth mother, not really his mother.
Okay, his
But I understand
Earth
what you're saying.
stepmother. Yes, okay. Semantics, man.
I just like to
But
rally up.
no, I know. No, trust me, that's my thing this week with movies. It's just that it was so unbelievably crazy. In a top 10 list, I give it a 4.5 because that ruined it for me right there. That whole
It made your top 10 list?
Oh, it didn't even phase your top 10? No, not my top 10 list, and a ranking of 1 to 10. That's
You said top 10 list.
okay, in my top 10 ranking.
I am trained in first aid and life-saving techniques.
Okay, so how do you perform CPR? Because I heard two different schools on the topic. Do you? That's a random switch of conversation for our poor listeners. I'm so sorry, but do you do the thing where you pump the chest and then you breathe in their mouth, or do you now just go to the pumping of the chest?
They've said that you just pump the chest. You're not supposed to breathe into people's mouths.
And is that because it makes infections or you get like diseases or something?
I don't think it did anything in general. So if you can just focus on getting the heart started, the body kind of reboots.
I would think it would have more to do with why they aren't breathing. Like, if they passed out because they're choked on something, I can see why breathing into their lungs isn't going to help anything because you're just going to push
Yeah.
the obstruction back down instead of bringing it up. But if it's something that's not something stuck in my fucking throat,
Like they had a heart attack. Or
giving them air makes more sense.
Well, when you breathe into their lungs, you're not breathing oxygenated air in. You're breathing
You're right, but
You're breathing carbon dioxide in, so you run the risk.
no, I understand that.
I'm not an expert.
But you're not constantly breathing into the so you're not it's not replacing the
No,
oxygen
but
in your
it-
body
once-
with
once
CO2.
you get-
Plus giving them breath has been working in CPR for how fucking long, and now they're gonna
They
go,
now
oh well, it's
say-
not good enough.
yeah,
It's like a college textbook. They're rewriting it, so you have to buy the program again.
yeah.
Basically,
But,
it's just stupid. Stick with
Dan,
what
you'll be happy. I know the correct way now. If you ever pass out.
you know. Might happen.
Yeah.
If I ever
Take a
get down to
picture.
Texas, I'm gonna need to rig up like an ice jacket or something just to keep myself cold.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And
So-
we're prepared
look,
for the heat here in
I-
Texas.
Physically, I can stand the heat, like I'm not gonna die. But my God, I'll bitch like I'm dying,
Yeah.
cause I hate to be hot.
It shows.
I can see Dan with like sunglasses covered in like suntan lotion and just being like,
Really thick, so like I'm whiter than I am.
it's like I need to go inside. I'm gonna melt.
Oh, I see you have a Polar Pop there.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sell those at Circle K.
Yeah, we went over this. So the
Yeah.
name that you were giving me was a French name.
Yeah.
The convenience store that they own is called Max.
Ah.
Yeah, and they have Polar Pop.
Well, my question is, do you have 7-Elevens in Canada?
They are here. Yeah. I think we talked about this before. I'm pretty sure there's a 7-Eleven here somewhere, but I don't know where.
So you didn't get your free Slurpee yesterday, did you, Pat?
No, I didn't.
How could you guys... Well, I understand, Dan. How could you have forgotten 7-Eleven Day, Pat?
I was aware of it. I knew that they were giving away free Slurpees. I just didn't have the time to go get one. And usually when you get there, you get the high school crowd that's there, and I don't want to deal with them and their sticky problems. And
You make
I'm an
the
old
time.
man now. I don't have time for these kids
You
shenanigans.
make the time.
You're right.
You also have a job, and all these high school kids are on summer break and asleep.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point. But whether or not I want a Slurpee at 11 a.m. in the morning is debatable.
So
Why do
this
people say that?
life
That
participation
No.
trophy?
They say a time, then they use AM or PM, and then repeat in the morning or in the afternoon. AM is the morning, it's redundant. PM is the afternoon, it's redundant.
I think we
Saying
need
5
Matt.
PM in the evening pisses me off.
Go
Pat,
on.
you do not get a participation at life trophy because you failed.
The next time it rains, I'm going to get a precipitation award.
Now,
using
Dan, do you
old
get as
jokes.
upset about ATM machines?
No.
You would think you would, because an ATM is an automatic teller machine. So when you say an ATM machine, you're saying an automatic teller machine.
Oh. Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It doesn't
mad
happen a
now.
lot here. God damn it, Pat.
My trigger's been triggered.
Honestly, that doesn't happen a lot here. Most people just say ATM. So I don't notice it as much, but like, so many people here are like, oh, I had to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. As opposed to 5 a.m. in the evening, you fucking twat.
This
I'm sorry.
podcast is rated X for language. I think this is the most relaxed this podcast has been in a long time.
Oh, I've had a lot
Really?
of beers, so that I'm doing with it.
I'm totally sober. That's depressing.
That's not a bad thing. I've learned the dangers of, I don't want to say over drinking, but I've learned the dangers of what happens when you live in a family based off a bunch of half Mexican, half Irish people, and then tragedy hits. Not too long ago, and not to be a downer, but my uncle passed away. And he was a good man, and he's the type that was like, look, if I go down, don't throw a big old fit about it.
Don't come back for me.
No, but
If I go down, save yourselves.
think about it. It's more like, okay, guys, look, if you need to feel sad about this, I get it. That's fine. Do what you need to do, but then let it go because I'm fine. I don't want a big old kerfuffle about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's when I truly learned where my family's Irish roots came from, because I go to my parents' house and there's just beer and there's liquor and there's just wine and there's just everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am not going to live through today.
Someone had to die for you to go through that at your family's house?
Yeah, it typically takes something like that.
Where did we go wrong?
That's Sunday dinner for Tip family.
Well, maybe not my family, but for me.
Well, in any case, all I'm saying, Dan,
Sunday fun day.
it's fine to take a break.
Tip
from
calls
the
that breakfast.
But today's podcast day, so that means podcast beer. Also, we got some exciting news, Dan.
We do?
Exciting news for our listeners and our viewers. We have exactly 3 episodes, brand new episodes of Ghostbusters recorded, and we have one brand new series premiering, what we would like to discuss with you next week.
It is called Just the Tip.
Nice.
All right.
That was an excellent pause. I like that hold.
I was waiting for the green flag from Dan. Either he was going to yell at me about asking about premiering a show right on the podcast instead of asking beforehand, or he was going to be like, yes, do it.
I don't care.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
just happy that we have stuff going up that's not podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Not that I
that's
don't love
what-
the podcast. It's just
The podcast is
we want to be able to offer more as we used to. And so
Yep.
now we're
And
slowly
now we're
getting
going to
around to that.
offer 3 things.
And most middle-aged men are just happy that anything goes up.
And
true.
4. And since we're all middle-aged men,
Middle-aged, easy. I'm only 30 for
Yeah,
fuck's sakes.
Yeah, I mean, 30's not middle-aged anymore. You don't live
No.
to 60. You live to 90 or
50.
then
I'd
how
call
is-
50 middle-aged.
Then how was I going through a midlife crisis a couple of minutes ago?
I don't know. I never.
You
Maybe-
guys said it.
Not me.
Maybe your liver is only going to live to 60. I don't know.
At this rate, we'll be lucky for 35.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
happy with 38. I'd be good with that. Not really, folks. Take care of yourselves. Oh, my beer's overflowing. No.
Pat sucks that head pretty good.
Nice. Anyway,
That was an opportune joke.
that was about to say that's very well timed. But yeah, we have a new series called Just a Tip coming out, and Tip did an excellent job. I was cracking up during the entire video.
Dan's not there to edit me.
It's true.
Yeah, Tip is just swearing and saying all these horrible things about Canadians. It's just awful, but you'll love it.
And there's
it's a
nothing
wonderful.
I can do, and I can't stop the upload.
No.
I can delete it
And,
afterwards.
But also, in addition to the Just a Tip, we do have some brand new episodes of Ghostbusters coming out, which should be a lot of fun. Where me and Tip were actually playing when Brexit was happening the night before
Tip
Brexit.
and I.
When we were playing Ghostbusters, Brexit was happening. Why must you upset me so?
And I'm actually going to watch it because that was like 3 weeks ago, and I don't have a fucking clue what I said.
You were basically giving me the updates of there's over 900,000 to leave, and
Oh,
there's to leave the EU and all that stuff back then. And we're like, wow, when you listen to this video, it's going to be so out of date. At least you're listening to us live, talking about the separation as it's happening. And it was pretty wild that night. I was freaking out that night that was actually happening.
yeah.
What year were you born, Dan?
85.
You're a millennial.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fuck that.
But
Millennials
it's
are
not-
people
it's not-
born in
look, look,
fucking
look.
2000 or later.
No.
The-
95
the
or later.
term the term is not appropriate. It's the people born, like Dan says, the people that were born after the internet was created. That's what I consider modern day millennials. The true modern day
Millennials are the generation born between 1982 and sometime in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
but the anger that people are feeling towards millennials is being stereotyped based off of the age range.
Who?
In-
Okay, look,
Go ahead.
we're in 2016.
Yes.
In Canada, you have to be 18 to vote.
Yes, as in America.
Is it the same in the States? So it's probably
Yeah.
the same in most places, right?
Yes.
So let's assume it's all the 18-year-olds that were voting, and haha, it's going to be funny to vote leave. When were they born?
1998.
1998. They're fucking millennials. I am not a fucking millennial.
Because he didn't vote for Brexit?
No, because
You're
I
Canadian.
turned 18 in 2003.
We should probably
Wow.
qualify this by saying that not all millennials are complete and total
Fuck
retards.
that. All millennials are assholes.
But because there are hardworking ones that are
Allegedly.
actually using the internet and modern day technology to further themselves and actually become useful members of society. What we're referring to specifically is the people who have never understood what going to a library means to find information, that have understood to go hang out with your friends outside of an online chat group, and people that don't need to use Pokemon Go. I said Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go to go out and be with other human beings.
Completely different game.
You just...
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go
Pat,
is 18
you
plus.
just-
That's where you smash the Pokemon and you go, ah.
I feel really depressed because Pat was saying how we hate all these things, but he described my life to a T.
Okay, Tip. When we grew up, what were we always doing? We were out playing paintball with the guys. We were out going to freaking Village Inn. We were giving each other rides to the coffee shop to Village
Thank
Inn or
God you
whatever.
finished
Go to-
that.
shit.
We're giving each other
Dan.
rides.
Dan,
and-
please, I'm trying to make a point. Okay. But we were out there having fun with society. We weren't stuck inside with our magic demon boxes. I mean, you know
we
what I
went
mean?
home when the streetlights came on. And the most important part was there was an onion in my pants, which was the style at the time.
Oh, man, what a day.
What a day.
Yep.
I'd done nothing today. I took one walk around the block, played Pokemon Go. That's it.
I got a trophy.
So yes, be sure to look out for new episodes of Just a Tip and Ghostbusters in the coming weeks. We hope to make at least 2 new shows a week, and our audience will enjoy those.
Yes.
Whatever.
Buy our stuff. Society6.com
So that
slash why
was
did
the
ask for.
first snap that I put out, and then I realized that you actually have to have people to send it to unless you put it on your story or something.
Yes, you have to put it on your story so that people can follow your story. Why did ask for on Snapchat? Please follow us.
Yeah,
Will be a lot of fun.
Keep in mind it's mostly me because I don't know if they have the password or not.
If you give me the password, I could probably do some fun stuff with that.
If I could remember the password, I'd give it to you.
I'm
All
not
right.
ever going to download Snapchat
Why not?
because no one needs to know what I'm doing.
It's not for you. You log into the Why Did Ask For account and you snap for Why Did Ask For.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like Tip's Snapchat would be like watching Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, like
Stalking
look at this
him.
crazy storm. Look what knocked over
He's
the
just standing
shitters.
there for like 60 minutes, and then he runs to the other side, like runs to the bathroom, and then comes back out and stands at the window again, and it'd be great.
Maybe I'll just do a snap video of me running. That's going to be...
Dating ourselves
Twice a
folks.
day, every day.
Yep.
All right, well.
Awesome.
That's a
Amen
new episode
here.
of Why Did Tip. I got to write that down.
So if Why Did Tip? He doesn't even know the name of his own fucking show.
It's not out yet.
That's right. But be sure to look for that next week. We'll give you the release date on Twitter, so please follow us at Twitter. Why did ask for?
Wow, at
And
Twitter, Why
also-
Did Ask For? That's not the
Yes.
handle at all. It's on Twitter, at Why Did Ask For.
Yes.
Also, don't
semantics.
forget to go and grab all of your favorite merchandise from our store, society6.com/why-did-ask-for. That's society, the number 6.com/why-did-ask-for. And I would like to thank everybody for joining us this week, and hopefully we made you think, why did ask for?
Why did Tip?
It's
And-
pop. It's not beer.